you can use Splenda no-calorie sweetener. Splenda lets you experience the joy of sugar without all the calories. Think sugar, say Splenda.
Shopping for a used car is
so intimidating. I mean, you feel like you have to be this
expert negotiator to get a fair deal. I
hate to haggle. When you
go to a restaurant, you don't
haggle over the chicken
parmesan. Why can't car buying
be like that?
As long as people drive cars, CarMax will be the best way to buy them.
That's going to do it for us on a Saturday morning.
With 24,000 square feet of true treasures, you're going to find something that you love. We have great furniture in phenomenal condition from the finest homes in Palm Beach County.
On right now, it's the Labor Day sale. Receive up to 70% off retail store-wide. The selection has never been greater, and prices have never been lower.
Why pay retail when you can find a true treasure?
Happening today, a tradition 30 years strong, the Palm Beach County Fire Boot Drive. But you won't see them standing on the streets as usual. In just a minute, the new spot where you can go to donate. And after a long journey, migrants and refugees finally finding a place to stay. Coming up, the two countries that just opened their borders this morning. Good morning. I'm Christina Noche in for Ashley Walters. Welcome to Labor Day weekend. First of all, your holiday weekend.
Absolutely. It's finally here.
Finally, we made
Finally.
it.
Everyone's been looking forward to this extended weekend.
Yeah, we were just talking about this. One of our floor guys actually has his swim trunks on this morning. So people are ready to
He's
go
ahead of the game.
Hit the beach and just want to know about the weather.
And it looks great right now. I mean, you head outside right now, nothing but sunshine, no rain on the radar. But don't be fooled by this, all right? This doesn't mean that we're going to see beautiful weather all day long or all weekend long. We are going to see some active weather later on today. That's because an active weather pattern is setting up across South Florida that's going to lead to some late day, afternoon thunderstorms and some strong thunderstorms at that today, tomorrow, and even Labor Day. So a few days of unsettled weather during the afternoon, but it's not going to be a complete washout. It's not going to be unsettled all day long. You will have plenty of time to get outside. Just make sure that you're weather aware and you take a look at the radar periodically on your phone because you will be dodging some thunderstorms during the afternoon. Right now, though, completely dry. We have no rain on the radar. Temperatures are in the 80s. And here's how I'll break down the rest of your day. It'll continue to be sunny and dry for us this morning. Temperatures will be in the mid 80s. Once we get to the afternoon, highs will be in the low 90s, and it will feel like it's close to the century mark when you start talking about the humidity. And yes, we are going to see some stronger thunderstorms on the radar. We will see more thunderstorms tomorrow and even some thunderstorms on Labor Day, too. I'll be back in less than 20 minutes, and I'll time out all this rain that we're expecting, and I'll also let you know how much rain we are expecting. Christina, back to you.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Now to a story we've been hearing a lot about. This morning, she's in an orange jail suit and is said to have a clear conscience. That's according to the lawyer for the jailed county clerk in Kentucky who refuses to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Deputy clerks in Rowan County issued the licenses yesterday, but Kim Davis said through her lawyer that the documents aren't valid, but the county attorney disagrees. Now, this ordeal igniting debate across the country this morning. Your personal beliefs, you have those. You also have your job. So people have been talking a lot about that even here at home. It's a conversation some clerks here in our area are having with their staff. Okeechobee County Clerk Sharon Robertson has her own religious beliefs, but when she's at work, she says she separates mind and matter. For some of her staff, it's not that simple. Only half of her employees are performing same-sex wedding ceremonies. Her office is making a change. They're following the law while not making other staff members uncomfortable. The situation involving the Kentucky clerk is troubling to Robertson.
Whenever two people come to apply for a marriage license, I feel like we are not blessing the marriage or condoning a marriage. We're just doing our job.
We also asked St. Lucie County Clerk Joe Smith what he thinks about it. He says if he ever felt so strong about something that prohibited him from doing his job, well, he says he would resign. And after days of being blocked by Hungarian authorities, just a few hours ago, migrants made it into Austria and Germany, the two countries that just opened their borders to lend a little help. Migrants made a long journey that got even longer when they reached a train station in Budapest, only to be stopped by Hungarian police. They were hoping to take trains to Austria and Germany to try and find a better way of life, many of them fleeing poverty-ridden or war-torn countries. Well, after a few days of camping outside that station, a large group decided to walk to the Austrian border, and that was where they were finally welcomed in. And a Green Acres community left with a lot of questions this morning. Police say they are now investigating the Canna Lakes subdivision. They believe there is a connection to a homicide where a 19-year-old boy was killed. Now, if you take a look at this video, this is what residents woke up to yesterday morning. Police had an entire area of the complex blocked off, and their main focus was on one specific unit. But many people living there say they just want to know what happened and why police believe that unit is connected to a murder.
Everyone this morning saw this. You know, no one was immune to the yellow tape in police cars from one end to the other.
Neighbors also say a white car with bullet holes was towed out of the area. And there's a call for the state of Florida to sever all ties with a company that runs Palm Beach's juvenile correctional facility. An investigation is underway into claims of sexual misconduct and lack of medical care. Critics are saying the state should end all contracts with Youth Services International. That company already agreeing to leave when the contract expires. And two former Delray Beach commissioners have been acquitted of charges related to an ethics investigation. Angeletta Gray and Alberta McCarthy were accused of violating the Palm Beach County Code of Ethics back in 2013. The jury, though, reached its verdict after deliberating for about 2.5 hours. Both testified during a 4-day trial. And for decades, local firefighters have held a boot drive in Palm Beach County, standing there on the roads. Many of us have seen them for years, but a new panhandling ordinance stops anyone from asking for money on the road, them included. Firefighters are still at it this year, though. News Channel 5's Jacqueline Powell shows us where you'll have to go this morning if you want to drop a couple of bucks in the boot.
Christina, I'm out here with them today. These firefighters and their boots are still in very busy spots, so anyone coming out to a Publix can drop their money in. The firefighters have teamed up with Publix all across Palm Beach County for the boot drive. Now, this boot drive for muscular dystrophy has been a tradition in our area for 30 years now, but the members of the firefighters union say they knew when the new panhandling ordinance came, it applied to them too. They began their fundraiser at Publix stores yesterday morning, and they say so far it's been great to be out of the streets.
It's a little bit safer environment. We're able to interact with the customers and show off our trucks. So it's just a good opportunity for us to connect with the community and really give back and make a difference.
Firefighters are saying they just hope they'll be able to still raise as much money this year as they have in the past. Usually they reach about $100,000, and it goes toward helping local kids with muscular dystrophy. For anyone who wants to donate, these firefighters will be outside of Publix stores for the rest of today and tomorrow. Back to you, Christina.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you. It is 10:03 this Saturday morning, your Labor Day weekend. Coming up after the break, a 10-year-old boy fighting for his life after his parents had their house tented for pest control. We'll tell you who they believe poisoned their child. Still ahead. Also, a Palm Beach church vandalized for the message on its front lawn. A word from the church leader who wrote it and strongly believes it when we return.
At this time, the weather is picture perfect. Don't believe me? Just look at this shot through our Live 5 camera. Gorgeous! What about later on this afternoon? Well, we are expecting some thunderstorms. I'll time out those thunderstorms at 10:18.
This Labor Day, save big on major home appliances at Rosner's. Receive a $1,000 rebate on this GE kitchen package plus 12 months interest-free financing. Join us for great GE savings at Rosner's this Labor Day.
Come experience the Rosner's difference this Labor Day.
Labor Day, a great American holiday. Schumacher Automotive puts our 3,000 car and truck inventory on sale. 9 car lines, dozens of models, and just announced 0% financing for 72 months on most 2015 Chevys. And there's discounts up to $10,000 off. The Labor Day sale. The #1 dealer in the Palm Beaches wants you to drive away the best buy of the year.
This is the time to buy at Schumacher. Come join the family.
This Labor Day weekend, Notre Dame collides with Texas in prime time. Go back in time with NASCAR at Darlington, plus exclusive coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship all weekend long on NBC.
We all have the potential to be heroes.
Why would I go with boring when Bassett gives me great, colorful options, all customized to match my style?
Bassett's Labor Day sale ends Monday. Hurry in and save 25% store-wide.
There's nothing boring about Bassett.
It's the final days of Volkswagen's once-a-year model year-end clearance sale. Now through Labor Day, get our lowest payments this year on Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Lease new Volkswagens from just $119 a month or $0 down. A new Passat or Tiguan SUV, your choice, $159 a month or $0 down. Or buy new Volkswagens with 0% for 72 months. Plus, get a $1,000 reward card during the final days of Volkswagen's model year-end clearance sale. Now through Labor Day.
Labor Day at Rosner's means one thing: savings, savings, savings. Receive a $1,000 rebate on this GE kitchen package, plus 12 months interest-free financing. Labor Day deals are happening now at Rosner's.
Come experience the Rosner's difference this Labor Day.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Let's take a look at your pool forecast. On this Saturday, we are expecting a lot of sunshine early. Temperatures warming up to 92 degrees. The humidity will make it feel like it's close to 100 degrees, though. And with that heat, humidity, the sunshine, all that just combined together, it's going to give us some afternoon thunderstorms, and we could see some stronger thunderstorms, talking about gusty winds, excessive lightning, and a lot of rain in short order. Maybe a quick inch and a half. That is definitely possible for us. I'll time out this rain for you at 10:18, Christina.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Developing now, the state has stopped a contractor from performing fumigations after a 10-year-old in Palm City suffered brain damage. Peyton McCaughey's parents say he was poisoned when they returned home after their house was tented by Sunland Pest Control. This happened about 3 weeks ago. The 10-year-old can't stand on his own. At this point, he can't even really speak, and the state now probing the Terminix contractor. Meanwhile, Martin County organizations like the YMCA are raising money to help this family.
It's sad. They're good people. We hope for the best, and we're praying for them around the clock.
We did reach out to Sunland Pest Control's attorney. Haven't gotten any calls yet for a comment. At this point, it is unclear what kind of recovery that little boy will make. Well, we've heard this a lot. Black Lives Matter. It's a phrase we've heard a lot over the last week. It's also the message that vandals targeted at North Palm Beach Church. Officers say they'll be at the First Unitarian Universalist Church tomorrow, making sure no other crimes are committed. Well, here's what happened. The minister says someone broke into their marquee that read Black Lives Matter and covered the word black with white.
The reason we are engaging the Black Lives Matter campaign is because there is deep-rooted racism, and now it's shown itself.
Well, despite what happened, the minister says the church still going to keep that sign up, despite concerns that it may attract even more vandalism. Well, right now it is 10:08 this Saturday morning. When we come back, as if it wasn't bad enough, residents around Orlando still on high alert for a missing king cobra. But news that just surfaced about the handler's past have them worried there could be potential other slithering escapees. News Channel 5 is South Florida's largest news partnership. It includes the Palm Beach Post and the Palm Beach Daily News. We'll be right back.
If it happens around the world and locally, you're going to know about it on Today on 5.
We have this huge team that's busy making sure that the moment you turn on the television, you have everything that's the most up to date.
I'm a military veteran, so a stickler for details. That definitely goes for the stories that are important to you.
It can be intense at times with all the breaking news.
There's not a spot in the Palm Beaches and Treasure Coast that we don't cover.
Start your day with Ashley Walters and Mike Trim today on 5, WPTV News Channel 5.
If you ride with someone who is texting while driving, you may as well cover their eyes. Texting while driving can be deadly. Let's get that message out. The attorneys of Cersei Denny, taking time to care.
No one cuts calories like Firehouse Subs. Hurry in and discover our hearty and tasty under 500 calorie menu.
Steaming hot sriracha beef,
Hook and Ladder Light, Turkey Cranberry, and more.
6 subs, 4 salads overflowing with flavor, under 500 calories.
And starting at only $5.49.
Under 500 calories has never been more hearty and tasty. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Hey, it's Heath from Wave 92.7. Get WPTV News Channel 5 weather updates from Steve Weagle and Storm Team 5 every hour during your workday. News Channel 5 and Wave 92.7, keeping you safe and secure.
You can buy unlimited texting for $20 a month. But how much can texting really cost you? Texting while driving can cost you your life. Let's get that message out. The attorneys of Cersei Denny, taking time to care.
Weather on WPTV is sponsored by True Treasures.
Well, there's still no sign of a missing cobra in Central Florida. We told you about this. So venomous, it can kill an elephant with one bite. Well, meanwhile, we're learning a little bit more about its owner. Take a look at this video posted on YouTube by Mike Kennedy, and it shows how combative his king cobras can be. This one snapped at him several times. Now, one of them is missing. Nobody has any idea where it is. Sources say Kennedy lost another king cobra back in 2001. It was shot by a neighbor who found it inside their home. He was cited for possessing a venomous reptile without a license.
I didn't know that he had other missing snakes or because otherwise I would have definitely called them and said, can you just put them in a zoo? Which is really where I think they belong.
And that's not all. Kennedy also reportedly being cited for violating wildlife rules and failing to properly house his poisonous reptiles. Well, as you can imagine, fear over a cobra on the loose in Orlando causing concerns in a lot of the neighborhoods there. To own one of these kinds of snakes, you have to be licensed, but you don't have to tell anyone around you. So listen to this. As long as your neighbor has a venomous snake permit, they don't have to let you know that they have it. Well, James Garsick has always had a passion for venomous snakes as well as a great respect for them, he says. He got his license to own those snakes about 9 years ago. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission requires people to have at least 1,000 hours of experience with that type of snake before they buy it and before they can get a license. Venomous snake owners have to comply with FWC requirements every year. Garsick says he keeps his exotic company a secret.
I mean, I can understand the fear. And of course, there's been very active comments online, social media. It's not a danger. If a snake like that escapes, it will disappear. You would never find it again.
Experts say if you come into contact with a venomous snake, hopefully you don't, walk away slowly. Do not get close to it. If that snake feels cornered, that's when it tends to bite. Well, you heard from that gentleman there. Well, listen to this. An expert who has survived a dozen snake bites himself says he doesn't think people need to be too concerned about the cobra on the loose. George Van Horn risks his life working with snakes every day. The reason? His company provides venom to drug companies to produce anti-venom. Well, the 43-year-old veteran says cobras nearly always retreat after being threatened and likely won't bite humans or other large animals. Fortunately, though, that didn't really help him 20 years ago.
But he didn't stop, man. He grabbed me on my left arm, and he bit me actually several times before he dropped off.
Van Horn is on standby to help capture that loose cobra, actually. He believes the snake is probably curled up close to home, looking for a place to seclude itself and avoid being recaptured. Well, staying with the snake stories here, Florida Fish and Wildlife is bringing back its Python Challenge in 2016. Here's how it works. Participants trek through the Everglades searching for Burmese pythons. They are an invasive species. Now, dozens of those snakes have been caught in previous challenges. In 2013 alone, more than 60 were found. Next year's challenge takes place from January to February. Wouldn't be my thing, but if it's something that you think would interest you, head to our website, WPTV.com, for the details on that. Well, researchers at Cornell University are working to take wearable technology to the next step. They're developing special shirts that could monitor your health, respond to your voice, even charge your cell phone. Alex Dunbar has more.
Clothes. Right now, they're just fibers bound together, maybe looking good, maybe not, and protecting you from the elements. But what are your clothes really doing for you? Aren't our clothes more 1915 than 2015? Cornell University's Fiber Science program gave a glimpse of the future. High fashion meets high tech. Outfits that can respond to their environment or can be wirelessly controlled to change colors while you wear it. Associate Professor Juan Histroza views wearable technology as an emerging industry.
What we want to do is to extend the range and the capabilities of those second skin. So your clothing will be like a second skin where you can get information in your jacket, information in your shirt.
Cornell researchers are looking at the possibility of clothing that can report medical information from remote locations or charge a cell phone using tiny solar panels embedded in the fabric. Modern fiber optics and wireless compatibility have opened a broad range of possibilities.
We just wanted to explore this communication between computers and human beings.
This design actually has a microphone built in that controls the light patterns. If I go silent, the lights go off. The lights can also respond to music playing nearby.
Cornell is also looking at integrating technology into the actual fibers the clothes are made of, and the potential is endless.
What we want to do is to create fibers that can listen, that can hear, that can see, that can change color.
For now, most of us will still continue to walk around in analog clothing that is limited to just one color at a time.
All right, very interesting. I wonder, though, those solar panels in your clothes, if that's even healthy to wear, although charging the cell phone, I could use that, definitely, for sure. All right, well, now to a consumer alert. Before you even head to the store today, cucumbers from Mexico are being recalled because they may contain salmonella. The limited edition brand Garden cucumbers were distributed by Andrew and Williamson Fresh Produce of San Diego, California. But we're telling you about this because those cucumbers were sold in about a dozen states, including Florida. Health officials say the cukes have made 285 people sick and likely caused the death of a 99-year-old woman, so just check with your store about that.
Labor Day weekend is upon us, and the one question you have is it going to rain on you? And the answer is we're going to see some thunderstorms later on today, so you'll be dodging a few showers, a few raindrops out there later on this afternoon. Right now we're dry, though. Things look pretty good, but boy, is it heating up fast. Temperatures are in the mid-80s right now. It's because of all the sunshine we're dealing with, and boy, do we have a lot of it. Just a few puffy cumulus clouds out there right now. That's pretty much it. The rest of this morning looks good. We're not going to see any rain this morning, but once we get closer to noon, our temperatures will heat up a little bit more. We'll be sitting at 90 degrees come lunchtime, and that's when we'll start to see some showers and maybe some thunderstorms fire up on the radar. Just isolated stuff around 1, 2 o'clock, but then they begin to blossom once we get to 3, and they'll really start to take up a lot more real estate once we get to 3, 4, 5 o'clock this afternoon. And if you are heading to the beach, that's about the time you want to start wrapping up your plans and hightailing it inside. Here's why we're dealing with all of this. Here's why we're going to see this active weather pattern over the next few days. High pressure sits here. Another weather system's dropping down from the north, and the two are going to work together to give us some showers and thunderstorms right along the coastline. So let me time this out for you and show you exactly where they're going to set up camp here with Vipercast. Starting right now, going through about 1, 2, 3 o'clock. You see the showers firing up right here, just west of the Turnpike and 441. That's where the sea breeze will be located. The sea breeze will be meandering back and forth, so we are going to see some showers and thunderstorms, a lot more than what Vipercast is showing along the coastline. In terms of rainfall totals, what are we expecting today? Roughly half an inch or so. Nothing too crazy, but we could definitely see some isolated higher amounts. Case in point, the blues right here going to purple. This will be more inland, where we could see roughly 1.5 inches or so. So I would say that half an inch is a good estimate for us today, but some areas could definitely pick up 1 inch, maybe a little bit more than that. Today's highs, definitely a scorcher out there today. 93 degrees in Okeechobee, 93 degrees for you in Boca Raton, 92 degrees in West Palm, and also Vero. The humidity continues to be through the roof, so it'll feel like it's close to 100 degrees. Overall, today's going to be a pretty good day to go boating. You will be dodging some raindrops later on this afternoon, but before the rain starts to fire up, it looks perfect. Seas less than 2 feet, and the waterways will be smooth, and high tide, check it out, it's going to occur at 2:40 this afternoon. Perfect. Here's Vipercast for tomorrow. You can see that we'll wake up to maybe an isolated shower or two, but nothing too serious. Once we get later on into the afternoon, that's when we start to see those bigger thunderstorms fire up, and you can see the reds, maybe some pinks right here. That indicates those strong to possibly severe thunderstorms. So we have to keep an eye on the radar today, tomorrow, even Labor Day too. Here's a tropical update for you. We have Tropical Storm Fred right here, barely hanging on, and you can see that it's clearly starting to weaken considerably. 80% chance of seeing this bad boy develop into Grace, and if it does develop, it will get the storm, it will get the name Grace, and I expect us to be dealing with Tropical Storm Grace within the next 48 hours or so. So here's your 7-day forecast. Let me summarize all this for you. Today, tomorrow, even Monday, going to be a little unsettled for us, so we have to keep a close eye on the weather the next 72 hours. We could be dealing with some stronger thunderstorms out there. Once we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all the activity will be well inland, but then once we get to next weekend, guess what? The active weather returns. We'll be watching some showers and thunderstorms right along the coastline next weekend too.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Well, right now, it's time for our monthly segment that we do with the Palm Beach Zoo and Conservation Society. So here we have Priscilla. So we had to move the table. So I already learned some new things. I learned that porcupines are bigger than I thought, and they can be on a leash, like a dog, kind of, but just pricklier.
Exactly. This one, you don't really want to give hugs like you would your dog at home. But this is Priscilla, and she's an African crested porcupine, which is the largest species of porcupine. And they're actually related to rodents, so mice and rats.
That's okay, and she's munching on what looks like a corn on the cob, I guess?
Yes, they are vegetarian, so she loves corn on the cob, yams. She also loves bananas and grapes and peanuts, too.
Really? Okay. Now, I know that there are some myths about this, so can they shoot these out?
That's a common myth.
These are called quills, right?
Correct. Yep. The back end is called quills. The front end is called hair. They cannot shoot their quills, so everyone is safe in the studio. Thank goodness, right? But they do defend themselves using those sharp quills. So on the back end here, there's microscopic barbs on each quill, shaped like a little fishing hook. So if a predator were to approach her, she would run backwards, and she would thrash that back end of her body into the predator's face. Those little barbs get lodged in the predator's skin. Her quills fall out of her own skin, does not harm her at all. Yeah, so you don't want to give these guys a hug. But it allows them to run away and make an escape.
So it's like a needle. That's
like a fishing hook that gets stuck in your skin.
All right, Tyler.
Yeah.
So don't back it up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right. Ooh, can I pet this?
Probably not.
No,
okay. If you smell like food, yeah, exactly.
No petting of the porcupine. Okay.
Yeah, no petting of the
porcupine. We'll work on it later. Maybe on Twitter, Facebook. We'll hug Priscilla. I do want to tell you about. We do have Marianne here, and there are some events coming up this month that we want people to know about. So just tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it's really exciting. This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating with Kids Free at the Zoo. So today, Sunday, and Monday, all kids are free. And we have some container gardening workshops between 2 and 4, so you can enjoy those as well. And on Monday, we have our Labor Day Carnival. So we'll be having crafts and games for the kids. And then later on in the month, we have something for the adults. We have our popular Brew 2 at the Zoo. And that's on September 26th, and we hope to see you all out there.
All right, sounds good. I'm determined to hug this porcupine, so we'll let you know how it goes.
Turning its back in this way, and I keep moving away from it.
All right, stay with us. We will be right back after the break.
Watch the Honda Sports Desk for the latest local and national sports, powered by ESPN 106.3. Every night at 11, only on News Channel 5. Sponsored by the South Florida Honda Dealers. Visit sfhondadealers.com to find the dealer nearest you.
Wouldn't it be great to go on a luxury vacation where everything's included and unlimited? A Sandals vacation is just that. Here, absolutely everything's included. Even scuba diving, water skiing, and golf. Gourmet dining's included at up to 16 restaurants. And unlimited premium drinks. Anytime, all the time. Sandals. All included, all unlimited, all the time. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
And your new dentures will be ready in a few weeks.
A few weeks? How am I going to eat?
With this.
I am not doing that.
Okay, let's try something new.
And your dentures will be ready Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
At Aspen Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're fixing dentistry with dentures in days and a money-back guarantee. Just call 1-800-ASPEN Dental.
A wise man once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We should listen twice as much as we talk."
Dad, you said that.
Wise man, that dad of ours.
And don't you forget it.
People come to Rosner's to either solve a problem or make their lives easier. If we listen carefully, we can ask the right questions so that we can fill that need every time.
People work hard for their money. It's our job to make sure they get the right appliance at the best price. Rosner's is your headquarters for GE appliances.
From WPTV News Channel 5, get Storm Team 5 weather updates throughout the day on Wave 92.7.
Weather on WPTV is sponsored by El Dorado Furniture.
My secret for the perfect backyard? Elegant design, luxurious details, and knowing exactly when the sale starts.
Come to the Fortune Off Backyard Store for our floor sample clearance event. Now through Monday, save up to 75% on all outdoor furniture. Plus, take an extra 25% off during our floor sample clearance event. Plus, no interest for 12 months, no down payments. Hurry in today for the best selections. Visit FortuneOffBYS.com for the location nearest you.
Fortune Off Backyard Store.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
All right, before we let you go, if you are staying in the area this holiday weekend, here are some ideas for some things that you can do. Discover the topography and natural history of Jupiter. That's at the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse. The 2-mile trek will be departing from the flagpole at the lighthouse later this morning. Hikers are asked to wear active footwear, a hat, and bring a bottle of water. You can RSVP by calling the number there on the bottom of your screen. Or you can head to the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. You can see Bed and Sofa. It's a silent movie opera that starts tonight at 8 o'clock. Tickets only $30. Or finally, you can head to Delray Beach to listen to Otis Cadillac and the Eldorados. This is an 11-piece band. They perform classic R&B, rock and roll, blues, all that stuff from the late 50s and early 60s. Also at 8 o'clock tonight at the Arts Garage. All of this you can find on our website. If you have an event we don't know about, go to WPTV.com, click on the community calendar, and let us know. In the meantime, I'm going to bring in Tyler here because I know we have a lot of people really, before we let them go about the holiday weekend, to let them know about Monday, just preparation, that sort of thing.
The next 3 days, you know, everyone has something going on, and there are a lot of events going on, so you just want to know if it's going to rain or not, and the answer is yes, we're going to have some rain, so you'll be dodging some raindrops later this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and also Labor Day afternoon. It's not going to be an all-day event. It's just going to be about 4 hours of some really heavy rain, maybe some stronger thunderstorms during the late afternoon hours. Once we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that is a thing of the past, and all we'll be dealing with will be the inland thunderstorms. But the next few days will be a little active, so have a heads up.
All right. Enjoy your holiday weekend. You deserve it. We'll be back here tonight at 6 o'clock.
It's the final days of Volkswagen's once-a-year model year-end clearance sale. Now through Labor Day, get our lowest payments this year on Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Lease new Volkswagens from just $119 a month or $0 down. A new Passat or Tiguan SUV, your choice, $159 a month or $0 down. Or buy new Volkswagens with 0% for 72 months. Plus, get a $1,000 reward card during the final days of Volkswagen's model year-end clearance sale. Now through Labor Day.
Labor Day, a great American holiday. Schumacher announces 0% financing for up to 72 months on most 2015 Chevys and discounts up to $10,000 off our lineup of vehicles. Only at Schumacher.
Why would I go with boring when Bassett gives me great colorful options, all customized to match my style?
Bassett's Labor Day sale ends Monday. Hurry in and save 25% store-wide.
There's nothing boring about Bassett.
There are new car and truck sales. Then there's an AutoNation sale. What's the difference? A lot more cars with a lot more savings.
The model year-end sale ends Labor Day. Save now on 2015s. Lease a new Cadillac ATS for $269 a month. Or current GM owners get an SRX for $339 a month at AutoNation Cadillac.
Most people paid less at AutoNation.
A king-size
king-size mattress.
Your Grace, the Throne's finances are a bit stretched.
Not to worry. Right now at Rooms To Go, get a king-size mattress for the price of a queen.
All the great brands.
Of course. Sealy Posturepedic, Soda Perfect Sleeper, Therapeutic, and Beauty Rest Recharge. And with prices starting at just $7.99, you'll have plenty of coin left over.
That's king-size savings.
A king mattress for the price of a queen. Right now at Rooms To Go.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green, and here's what they're saying.
Very impressed. An A-plus firm.
I heard that. Very professional. What a fantastic team.
There's more where that came from.
You guys are the best.
A perfect 10.
I would recommend your firm to anyone. I am very happy with the outcome.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you've been injured in a car accident, find out why people are talking about Steinger is going green.
800-561-1111.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Jack Hanna's Animal Adventures, brought to you by SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. For more than 40 years, working to preserve the world we share.
Creepy creatures, they're everywhere. But don't let them bug you. Life can't manage without them. I'm Jack Hanna here at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Welcome to Animal Adventures. You know how you shouldn't judge a book by its cover? Well, the same goes for animals. Simply because of their appearance, some animals give people the creeps. At the top of the list, bats, bugs, and snakes. This is a Honduran milk